Today I will present about CI/CD, which stands for Continuous Integration and Continuous Deployment. It is a modern development practice used in DevOps. CI/CD helps developers automatically build, test, and deploy applications quickly and reliably. It improves the speed and quality of software delivered while reducing the manual work. Let's jump on to the next slide, the reason. The main reason of using CI/CD is to deliver software faster. In traditional development, releasing software could take weeks or months, but with CI/CD, updates can be delivered frequently, sometimes multiple times a day. This helps companies respond quickly to user needs and make changes. Let's go to the next slide, which is the pain integration help. Before CI/CD, developers often worked separately and merged their code after a long time. When different codes were combined, many conflicts and errors happened. This situation is called integration hell. CI/CD solves this problem by integrating code frequently and automatically testing. The next slide is definition automotive automotive everything. So CI/CD is mainly about automation. It automates the process of building, testing, and deploying software instead of doing these tasks manually. Automated systems perform them whenever developers update their code. This saves time and reduce human errors and increase efficiency. Going to the next slide, which is context. It is the DevOps core. Like CI/CD is a core part of the DevOps culture. DevOps focuses on collaboration between development and operation teams. CI/CD helps both teams work together smoothly by creating a continuous workflow from coding to deployment. Going to the next slide, which is continuous integration. Continuous integration means developers frequently merge their code into a shared repository, which each times new code is added. Automated tools build and test the application. This ensures that the new code works correctly with the existing code. Going to the next slide, which is workflow: commit, build, and test. The CI workflow usually follows these main steps. First, developers commit their code to a repository like Git. Second, the system automatically build the application. Third, automated test run to check the errors. If the test passes, the code is ready for the next stage. Going to the next slide, which is benefits. One more major benefit of CI/CD is detecting bugs early. Since the code is tested automatically every time it is updated, developers can quickly find and fix the problem. This improves the software quality and reduces the risk of major issues later. Going to the next slide, which is continuous delivery, always deployable. Continuous delivery means that the application is always ready to be deployed. After passing all automated tests, the system prepared the application for release. However, the final deployment to production may still require manual approval. Going to the next slide, which is continuous deployment, auto to production. Continuous deployment goes one step further. In this process, once the code passes all tests, it is automatically deployed to the production environment workout without manual approval. This allows companies to release updates very quickly. Going to the next slide, which is difference CI/CD builds and CI/CD ships. In simple terms, continuous integration focuses on building and testing the code regularly, but continuous delivery and development focus on releasing that code used you releasing that code to users. So we can say CI builds the software and CD ships it to production. Moving on to the next slide, which is the pipeline code to production. The CI/CD pipeline is the automated workflow that moves code from development production. It includes stages like coding, building, testing, and deployment. Each state ensures that the software is stable and ready for the users. Moving on to the next slide, which is quality gate, testing everything. A quality gate ensures that only high quality code moves forward in the pipeline. Automated tested security checks and code reviews acts as filters. If any stage fails, the pipeline stops until the issue is fixed. Moving on to the next slide, which is foundation. Git powers CI/CD. So version control systems like Git are the foundation of CI/CD. Developers use Git to store and manage code changes. CI/CD tools connect with Git repository to automatically trigger builds and test whenever new code is pushed. Moving on to the next slide, which is build, compile, and package. In the build stage, the system compiles the source code and packages it into a runnable application. These steps ensure that the code can run properly on this target environment. Moving on to the next slide, which is release, deploy automatically. After successful builds and test, the software is deployed to a server or a cloud platform automation. The platforms automation tools perform the deployment process, ensuring consistent and reliable release. Moving on to the next slide, which is feedback. So CI/CD is also includes monitoring and feedback. After deployment, development monitor the application performance and user feedback. This information helps improve the next version of the software. Talking about the toolkit with the Jenkins, GitHub, and GitLab. Many tools support CI/CD pipelines. Popular tools include Jenkins, GitHub, Actions, and GitLab. CI/CD. These tools automate the build, test, and deployment process. Moving on to the next slide, which is impact. The biggest impact of CI/CD is confidence. Since the code is tested and deployed automatically, teams can release updates more frequently with fewer risk. Now the final slide, which is faster, reliable, and release. This is our final slide. In the conclusion of CI/CD, Re- uh, it enables teams to deliver software faster, more reliable, and with higher quality. By automating integration testing and deployment, organizations can continuously deliver value to their users. And thank you, everyone.